Hello friends on YouTube, coming at you with something special today. Got a new toy, this one right here, Springfield XDS, 45 caliber, do a safety check. Magazine is empty. Chamber is empty. Springfield XDS. Picked it up today. It's 45 caliber. It's a 5+1 magazine. Very neat little package. I've been wanting to get one for the longest time now, and very hard to come by. And just making this video to give you my first impressions of it. I haven't had the opportunity to take it out to the range, but from all the videos that I've seen, it doesn't look like it's going to disappoint. Probably take it out here in the next couple days. I picked it up for maybe about 520 bucks. I've heard prices ranging anywhere between $500 to $650. They're so hard to come by that gun retailers can price them however they want, I guess. But several different features that I've noticed. I'm a big Springfield Armory nut, and I love these weapons. Some things that I noticed about this gun, it's got the usual safety features on it. You got the grip safety on there, you've got the USA trigger on there, you've got something that's called a loaded chamber indicator. Pretty nice little feature. You just run your finger across the top, you know that there's a round in the chamber. Some other different things about this. You've got this red fiber optic sight on this triple digit picture that you get there, and target acquisition is really nice with it. Red right there. So it just makes it, if you're hard of seeing, makes it really nice for you to get that quick target acquisition. Takedown of the weapon is pretty easy. You just remove the magazine, cock it back. You've got this lever release right here. Push it forward, pull the trigger, move this forward, and you've got basic Springfield components in there. Bring it back, flip that takedown lever and push it forward, and it's ready to go. 3.3 inch barrel on it, ambidextrous mag release. It's got the single lever and slide catch right there. But I'd originally been carrying a 9mm, and I fired off a few 45s, and I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to like this weapon because I shot a few 1911s and they're like shooting cannons. But again, decided to take a leap of faith on this, and hope I'm not proved wrong on it. Seen videos, the recoil looks pretty manageable. I've heard the recoil on them are pretty manageable. As with every XD I've ever owned, the trigger pull is just phenomenal. I hate Glocks for the very reason their triggers are just insane. But you know, Springfield, they've always done very well with their triggers. I'm very impressed with this as well. It's a little bit different than the XDM I had, but not so much so that it's earth-shattering. But I mean, I can't say enough about this weapon. It hides really well. The 9mm I was carrying was double stacked, so a little bit wider. This is only an inch in width, so I mean it practically hides. The holster I'm going with is just your generic inside the waistband I've been looking into other holsters, and I've kind of got it down to one that I really want to get. It's the crossbreed holster. It's got a Kydex pocket and a leather back to keep moisture, and it's got a what's called a tactical cut to it, a combat cut, where you can get you holster it like this, and you get a good purchase on the weapon when you pull it out. So I'm gonna get it in horsehide. Probably run me about $80, but I've heard they are well worth it. And I mean, I've got just your generic inside the waistband holster. It'll get me through until I can get one of those. But again, I haven't taken this out to the range. I'm sure it won't disappoint. Side note, it's kind of a funny story. When I was on my way to pick this weapon up, during my trip up there, I ran into a situation where I had to draw my weapon on an individual, kind of the Cliff's Notes version. I was in my truck, driving by out the right side of my truck. This meth head comes out of it was a plumbing office. Meth head comes out and starts beating on this old man. Stopped my truck, got out of my truck, and that old man was bleeding pretty bad. This meth head was going to town on him. I drew my weapon, told him to back off. He saw my weapon, he backed off. Made sure the old man was okay, but during the course of me making sure that he was okay, the meth head took the opportunity to run. Called 911, told him that I was a concealed carry permit holder. I drew my firearm on the individual, and they dispatched an ambulance and a couple of police units to come by. Cops came by. It was no big deal. They said I was justified in drawing my weapon. The medics checked out the old man. He had a nice little gash going down his head, but other than that, he said he was just a little bit dizzy. He actually shook my hand and said thank you for helping him. I guess the meth head was trying to get a job at the office, and they denied him because they knew he was on drugs and they didn't want anything to do with that. So, yeah, so that was a nice little thing that happened to me, but a nice little detour, but then I went on my way and picked this little guy up, and so I hope to continue being vigilant in my concealed carry ways. Again, I've always been a big concealed carry nut. I hope that more people are out there, especially with recent events. But I just want to give you my 2 cents on my new toy. I'll probably do a follow-up video after I put a few rounds through it. I'm going to be running, for self-defense purposes, I've got Remington Golden Saber 45 plus P, 185 grain for practice ammo. Going with just the cheapo toll ammo, 230 grain. Gonna try them both out, see if I like 230 grain or 185 grain. Been contemplating going with Gold Dot Spear as my defense ammo, but for now I figure this Golden Saber will do me just fine. But I appreciate your time, and have a good one.